my YouTubers. Today is August the 14th. The time is now 3:51 p.m. Today was a beautiful, hot Tuesday all day. But just about 5 seconds ago, it actually started raining and it's thundering out there. But I'm not mad about it because at least it'll cool us down. But we're going to get into this video today. So today we're going to be talking about 3 tips on how to put yourself first. Now, I was the type of woman, well, girl, back in the days, where I would always put people before myself. I put my family before myself. I put my friends before myself. When I was in relationships, I put my partners before myself, before my happiness. And then when you think about it and then you turn around and you're like, whoa, why am I so miserable? Why am I so unhappy? The reason why is because 9 out of 10, you're putting people before yourself. No one comes before you. So what I learned to do is I just learned to switch up how I move, the way I think, how I respond to things. I was always the type of person that was scared to say no to people because I didn't want to make them unhappy. I didn't want to see them mad at me, but I learned something in life. Even when you go above and beyond for people and you bend over backwards, let me tell you something. People will still find a way to shit on you if they feel like they want to, just because they think they can. So today we're going to be discussing 3 easy tips on how to put yourself first. Number 1, you got to look at yourself in the mirror and say, I love me and I want me to be happy first and foremost. My happiness is number 1. When you sitting there and you looking out for people, I don't have no problems with that. But at the end of the day, you have to always put yourself first. You can't give a person your last dollar. Why? Because then if you do that, then what are you left with? So now this person is happy because you gave them, you hear it out there? It's loud. So now this person is happy because you gave them your last dollar. But now what does that leave you? And a lot of times it's so sad, but people will take your last dollar and still be unsatisfied. So tip number 1, like I said, is loving yourself and putting yourself first and realizing that your feelings matter before anyone else's feelings. Then comes everyone else. And it has to be that way. Number 2, it's okay to say no. It's perfectly okay to say no sometimes. Saying no could definitely, of course it gets people upset and riled up. But at the end of the day, what matters is that you got to practice saying no sometimes. Don't be afraid to say no to people. Don't be afraid to say, nah, I don't have any money right now. Even if you do, people don't need to know your business. Because if they think they can always ask for a handout, then that's what they're always going to do. Even if they don't need it. Sometimes people be having money in their pocket and they just ask you because your money's been better than theirs. Come on. When does it stop? So that's tip number 2. Be comfortable with saying no sometimes. No, I don't have it. No, I can't do that. Not all the time, but practice it. Practice, practice, practice makes perfect, baby. So easy tip number 3 for how to put yourself first is learn to do stuff for yourself and don't feel guilty about it. So what I mean by that is, if you going shopping and you going to buy yourself something nice, or you buying some clothes or whatever it is that you choose to buy for yourself because you want to treat yourself and you want to feel good and it came from you, a gift from you to you, don't feel guilty that you ain't buying nobody else nothing. Because you know what? Let me tell you something. When these people are out there and they shopping and buying nice expensive things, you're not always on their mind. But then you sitting there and you putting this person before you because you going out your way because you want to make them smile. But are they willing to do the same for you? That thunder out there is really loud, and it came pretty fast because just like 10 minutes ago, it was literally like hot outside, blazing. But now that's hot, Mother Nature for you, baby. But anyways, I really wanted to do this video because I was a victim of this for a very long time. I was. I would put people before myself. I would give people my last dollar, and people still were unhappy, still had stuff to say. So at this point in my life, I'm 29 and I'm about to be 30, November 14th. Let me tell you something. I'm at a point where I'm not afraid to say no. If it doesn't work for me, it just don't work for me. I'm not going to sit there and pretend like I'm happy with a certain situation if I'm not. It's okay for me to speak up for myself. There's nothing wrong with that. And for a long time, I was putting other people's feelings before mine. So even though I'm sitting back and I'm quiet and I see what's going on, it was hurting me inside. Why? Because I was afraid to speak up. You know, I'm like, damn, if I speak up, people going to see it as complaining or, you know, bitching or whatever the case may be. But that's not the case. That's just people's way of making you feel like that so that you won't speak up, so that you won't let them know how you really feel. Never be afraid to sit there and put yourself first. Because let me tell you something. If you don't put yourself first, no one else will. People are out for themselves nowadays. Literally. And it's sad because it shouldn't be that way. But a lot of people that I've come across so far, you know, all about self. And I'm the type where I like to share with people. I like to see everyone feeling good and, you know, we all having a good time together. But let me tell you something. There's not a lot of people like that out there. I'm one of them. I'm one in a million, baby. I'm one in 2, 3, 4, 5 million. But I'm going to tell you, put yourself first. Because if you don't put yourself first, nobody else will. Nobody else will. But anyways, like I always say, like, comment, subscribe, and share. And of course, visit my website at shoploveronline.com. Until next time, guys, put yourself first. Love yourself first. And then you can spread the love after that. But you come first. Peace.